After seeing this video clip, there are so many things that cross my mind. The first thing being, wow, Kevin Durant actually looks healthy and looks ready to go. And number 2, will Kevin Durant actually return this season? From what it looks like, Kevin Durant's explosion, his first step, and also his drive to the basket looks completely normal and Kevin Durant level. In other words, it looks like his recovery from his Achilles injury has fully recovered and he looks very comfortable on the floor. If you're able to dunk the basketball like he just did, just like that, then it definitely means he's heading towards the right direction. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the biggest potential plot twist that the 2019 and 2020 season has to offer. And that is Kevin Durant returning to the Brooklyn Nets. So yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. If you love basketball, you are in the right place. And make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. As I make this video, the Brooklyn Nets sit comfortably on playoff contention. Right now, they are 7th in the Eastern Conference with a record of 30-24, and that record is pretty good because we all know that Kyrie Irving did not play a lot of those games, and also they did not have Kevin Durant. From what it looks like, the Brooklyn Nets seem on pace to make the playoffs 100%, whether it's being the 7th seed or the 8th seed, because right now the Orlando Magic have the exact same record with 30 wins and 35. The point that I'm trying to make is that if Kevin Durant is fully healthy and the Brooklyn Nets have playoff contention, he could be a big X factor to the Brooklyn Nets first round matchup if they play the Milwaukee Bucks, Toronto Raptors, or the Boston Celtics. We all know how good Kevin Durant is when he's on the floor. He's arguably the best player in the league, and he could definitely be a difference maker for any team in the playoffs. And I'm here to talk to you about the possibility of Kevin Durant actually returning. When talking about Kevin Durant's Achilles injury, the normal and most common recovery time is fully 9 months. Last year, Kevin Durant ruptured his Achilles in Game 5 of the NBA Finals, and that date was on June 10th of 2019. So when talking about a 9th-month recovery time, Kevin Durant should be ready by March. As I make this video, it is currently March 14th, and Kevin Durant still wasn't planning on playing this year. But because the NBA is being pushed back, the schedule could potentially be moving forward, and the playoffs could potentially be in August, it increases the recovery time for Kevin Durant. And let's say the season resumes in late April or beginning of June, that gives Kevin Durant a 12-month recovery time for his Achilles. And after seeing that video of him dunking, it actually is a possibility and actually might just happen. On October 31st, Kevin Durant did have an interview with First Take, and he said he was not planning on playing the 2020 season, but that was because he did not expect the schedule to be pushed back. There was also rumors of Kevin Durant potentially being available for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics in August, which means that he was planning to resume basketball somewhere in July and August. Yep, right now I'm stirring a lot of the pot here, but guys, Kevin Durant to the 2020 NBA season is 100% a possibility. If Kyrie Irving was playing this season, I really believe Kevin Durant would try whatever it takes to return this season. But because Kyrie Irving was also ruled out for the rest of the season due to an arthroscopic surgery, it really lessens the chance of KD returning. Unless KD really likes the Brooklyn Nets team right now, even without Kyrie Irving. This is a chart of the most popular Achilles injuries and how long it took for players to recover. If you look at these dates, it is about 9 to 10 months and some being a year. The point is, if the NBA season is pushed back, Kevin Durant is going to have more time to recover and definitely could be at full speed when the NBA does resume. And I'm telling you right now that if Kevin Durant returns, it could be the biggest plot twist in NBA history. But there are many questions and concern about if Kevin Durant should even return. The only reason why Kevin Durant would possibly return is because he believes the Brooklyn Nets could go as far as the NBA Finals. Looking at this chart once again, players who returned too early from the Achilles injury was not playing the best basketball as they once did before the injury. By looking at this chart again and looking at the specific numbers, there has been a value of VORP, standing for Value Over Replacement Player, which shows the rating of a player before the injury and how they were after. Look at this chart and DeMarcus Cousins, for example, who is one of the most recent Achilles injury player. Before his injury, he had a rating of 3.3, which shows his value to a team. Then after that, his rating dropped to a 1.1. Let's look at Kobe Bryant, for example, one of the most popular Achilles injury. He actually had a 240-day recovery day, and before he got injured, his rating was a 5.1 and came back on a negative 0.2. The point that I'm trying to make is that Kevin Durant should return at the best pace possible and also return to being the same exact rating he was once before his injury. Because if Kevin Durant wants to return and wants to be impactful, he needs to, in a way, be the same as he once was before, or even better. And if it takes a full 365 days, a full year for him to recover, then that might be the case for him. But in my personal opinion, I think Kevin Durant should return. Looking at the Brooklyn Nets team right now and the competition in the Eastern Conference, I believe he could be an impactful player on why the Brooklyn Nets actually do pass the first round. If we look at the standings right now, the Brooklyn Nets will be playing the Toronto Raptors in the first round, and we've seen it in the regular season before that the Brooklyn Nets already beaten the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors had a tough time finding a solution to Spencer Dinwiddie, but now with Kevin Durant on the floor, they would have two isolation and point guard problem. Kevin Durant is comfortable holding the ball in his hands, and of course Siakam or OG would have to guard him, but we all know that the quickness of Kevin Durant is not easy to contain. A potential starting lineup of Kevin Durant returning of Spencer Dinwiddie, Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, veteran Wilson Chandler or Teron Prince, and DeAndre Jordan could definitely make some noise. And especially how well they're doing without their star players right now shows how great and how much effort this team puts in when they're on the floor. If you guys are unaware of how good Kevin Durant is, last year he averaged 26 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 0.7 steals, 1.1 blocks. In other words, Kevin Durant is an all-around threat in any part of the game. Sometimes when watching the Brooklyn Nets, they need that closer if Kyrie's not on the floor, and if Kevin Durant returns, he's easily going to be that guy. And after doing some really heavy research, Kevin Durant could actually return 100%. But when talking about the NBA 2020 suspension, Kevin Durant is not the only player in the conversation that could potentially return. We have big names such as Klay Thompson, big names such as Jonathan Isaac, who got injured earlier this year, Malcolm Brogdon, who was listed potentially out for the rest of the season, Kyrie Irving himself, who is expected to miss the rest of the season due to a surgery on his shoulder, John Wall, Derrick Rose, Evan Fournier, Kelly Oubre. So many players now have more of a recovery time to potentially return. And one of the most popular targets to actually return this year right now is DeMarcus Cousins. If you guys are unaware of the DeMarcus Cousins injury and his history and what's going on with him right now, he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers to a one-year deal, torn his ACL during the offseason before the season started, and was expected to miss 10 months. When talking about a 10-month recovery time, his recovery time will end in June, meaning that if he's fully recovered, he could sign with any team. Oh yeah, if you guys are unaware, the Lakers just waived DeMarcus Cousins a few weeks ago, which means he's available to go to any team that wants him. And if a team is looking for a dominant center to help them in a long and deep playoff push, Boogie could be a cheap veteran answer. The point that I'm trying to make is that this NBA suspension does not make the NBA boring. It makes the NBA actually more interesting and creates more stories for us to tell. Adam Silver says the NBA will be on an at least 30-day hiatus, and also he plans on resuming the season when everything is cleared. So the point is, the goal is the NBA season would return and should return, and it's just a matter of time when. And when talking about all these players that could potentially return, there are so many stories to go with it. I'll be completely honest, the 2020 season wasn't the best season or the season that I've expected so far because there are so many things that happened that just shocked us. For one being the death of the most iconic player in basketball, Kobe Bryant, and also now the NBA being suspended due to a pandemic and a global virus. But what we can do as NBA fans is not doubt the NBA and hope for the best, that the NBA and everything will go back to normal. Normal, in my opinion, is that every player in the NBA plays, and also everything happens. There's a winner, there's an MVP, and there's a champion. And it would be kind of the coolest story ever if Kevin Durant returns to an NBA season because of a global pandemic, because of a global virus, wins the championship, wins final MVP, and just goes home and literally comes back healthy next season. That'll just be a crazy story. You guys know exactly what I'm trying to say. But yeah, guys, this literally leaves my speculation on why I believe Kevin Durant will return. It is a big hunch and also a big prediction. But guys, the best part of basketball is predicting what's going to happen next. But yeah, guys, this wraps up my video today on Kevin Durant and why I believe he will return. But let me know what you guys think. From everything I said, do you think he has the potential to actually return? If he returns, how good will he be? How impactful will he be for the Brooklyn Nets playoff run? Will they actually make it further than the first round? Let me know all your opinions down in the comment section down below. But if you love the video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, show your love and support. But what's most important is I want to know your opinions. So once again, say something, let's start a conversation. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll certainly see you guys next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
Ay, look at that boy, huh? Cooking up joints, like, run up to school, like, you already know, never got help, so did it myself, doing so well, I bet you can't tell that I've been running, like, this my dance.